Hey guys, Roger Langell, Charlotte, North Carolina, DS Domination. I want to welcome everybody to the call. Let's do a quick sound check. Let me know if you guys can see the screen okay, if you can hear me okay, if everything's okay. Awesome, great, fantastic. Yes, yes, woohoo, yep. Awesome, beautiful. A little bit of a different call tonight, guys. We're going to go kind of through where we've been, what we've seen in the industry, all the way up to what's coming out, kind of the future, the path being laid out, what you can see coming out, everything else. Completely jacked up for this call, and really our first company-wide call. We've done different segments for different users all along the way, and we've just been bringing together this really beautiful project and watching people celebrate and make all kinds of money and do very well as customers, as pro, as elite, has unleashed monopoly, everything else, and it's been just a fantastic ride. And we're going to share where we've come from, exactly where we're going, what people have seen along the way, what we have coming out for you, just the luxury of everything DS Domination tonight. And I got both co-owners on the phone here with me as well. I'm going to be bringing them out shortly. And I want to kick this off kind of talking about the 10,000 square foot view. The vision, if you'll permit me to, the why we're here, where our goals are, and right from humans all the way to DS Domination. And, you know, we took a stand, all of us. We're entrepreneurs, or we want something a little bit more, or we're scared. You know, a lot of us were scared at some point. You know, it's not that long ago that I wasn't lying in a bed in an apartment concerned about transferring credit card payment to credit card payment and making the bills meet and enough gas in the car and delayed on the car insurance and working 86 hours at a dang pizza restaurant with my father-in-law and everything else. And I can still feel those pains. They actually, once you get to a successful level, they still haunt you for quite some time. Once you're financially secure, those things still pull on you a little bit. And I can still remember those things. And a lot of you guys have decided, you know what, we're not going to believe in Social Security. We don't think we can get there with our regular jobs, and we want something a little more different, something a little more different in our lives, and we don't want to give up, and we want to keep dreaming. And many of you through that dream process has been led to kind of the slaughterhouse, right? There's so many different programs out there, from spin the wheel, earn 10% daily, all the way up to complicated dinosaurs, where you're trying to share products and you're at a hotel meeting after you come home for work at 5, 6 p.m. and you're scrambling out a suit or a nice dress and head down to the hotel meeting, and you don't have a prospect that night. Your upline's yelling at you and everything else, and it's just silly. And I partook in a lot of that. You know, I started out, my neighbor at that pizza restaurant I was telling you guys about was, he had a Chinese food restaurant, and he got me into a company called Market America for about 45 seconds, and like everybody on the planet, their first network marketing company, it completely failed for me, and I didn't get it. I didn't understand any of it. And you know, as I kind of went through the trials and tribulations of life, I discovered this eBay. You know, I started, you know, obviously I didn't discover eBay, but I kind of formulated this drop shipping project, and it made money for me. And matter of fact, I didn't know how to bring it to market. I had no clue. I didn't even think about it. It was just a natural evolution. I had something. I got bored after a few years. I put up a listing on eBay to train some people, and this lady from Little Rock, Arkansas won it. Pat, you know, 60-something years old, no cell phone, dial-up. She won it for $359, and I was going to train her over the phone. And I got through that, and I kind of made a friend in her, and I kind of became elated by helping other people and sharing this thing, this eBay drop shipping. And I was only working with Amazon at the time. And as I started to do that, I started recognizing more people that would be interested in that, and they started paying me up to $2,500. I had a lady in Australia that I trained on chat for $2,500. It was crazy. And I started doing that, and I ran into one of the co-owners, Kevin Hokawana, and we started working together on different projects, and we went down the traditional network marketing path. And it was great. It was good money, but it was a horror show. There was a river of blood behind us of people that weren't making money, and we were looking, and we were just saying, you know, maybe you should try and have a party, or let's get a list together. because in those companies, everything seemed to be aimed at getting a list together and getting to a party. A memory jogger, right? Remember that? A memory jogger. Let's get a memory jogger because you lost your memory. Where'd you buy your car from? What's your real estate agent's name? Where'd you eat an ice cream sundae? A memory jogger. You get a list of names, and then your upline would do a three-way call those lists of names, try and get those people into your company, and you'd have a physical product. And I believed in them. I still believe in the core values, and I do believe in network marketing overall. And then somewhere along the way, we ran into a gentleman named Hitesh out of Texas. And he first started working with Kevin on a different project, and Kevin will share that with you. And I got to know him, and we brought Hitesh in, and he was very against network marketing in the traditional sense, a physical product. He was against it, and his core thing that he said, and it was nauseating to me, after he said it 1,000 times to me, was the average person cannot win. And I would say, you know what, if you get a couple people, you train them to get a couple and they get a few, well, they can get a couple and maybe a few and they'll get their money back. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. No, you don't understand. I kept explaining to him over and over again, and I think he grew a little frustrated with me, and he'd say, but the average person, the average person, the average person, like, come on, man, you're not the average person, let's go. And he kind of drilled that home. And then one night, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning on Skype, we're all talking, and we had this vision a couple times, and we touched on it, and we formulated DS Domination. And we realized that it's not even the average person, the below average person can win with DS Domination. We're going to share some real stories with you on this call, and we're going to bring it up right to what's coming out soon, what's coming out long term, where you're at, why this is completely different, and the numbers are going to bear that out. Don't listen to me, don't listen to the stories if you don't want to, but the numbers are the numbers. And I'll end with this before I throw it over to the next speaker. You know, I was on the phone with Jim Chow, and we were talking back and forth about what we should call ourselves, a super affiliate, a great affiliate, a big affiliate, or what we should brand ourselves. I said, you know what, because we have these multi-levels that you can get paid levels 1 through 10, we're actually termed a network marketing company. But, you know, how could you term us a network marketing company when a network marketing company has a retention rate of 20-something% if they're lucky, and we're hanging out in near 90%? And other network marketing companies, they get garage fulls of product, and we're sitting here with an 83% customer gets their money back and earns more in the first 30 days. I don't know what you call it. I don't like using terms like industry changer, game changer, paradigm shift, or anything like that. It's just weird, okay? It's just different. It's just entirely different. The numbers bear that out. And for some of those numbers, and to share their vision on why DS Domination is just a totally new statement on society and industry and business and everything else, I'm going to bring out a gentleman that I'm so proud to work with, a family man. I've got to know his family. He's got to know my family. We spend long hours making fun of each other, picking on each other. But we also spend a long time with your concerns on our desk, making sure that you guys are successful. And he's the man, the brains behind all of this, all the details, all the great rollouts that you guys see. I'm going to bring him out now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hitesh.
Well, I'm not quite sure how to begin with after that wonderful speech by Roger. I did not realize I was that nauseating and frustrating to you, actually. Thanks for letting me know of that. But, you know, the thing that is exciting about all of this is just like what Roger said. It's that what we are seeing is not some big guy using our materials and sponsoring 5,000 people and making a bunch of money. You know, anybody can make money if you know how to sell stuff, right? The main aim, the thing that excites us about what DS Domination is today is precisely that the people who are doing really well with it right now are not big-time sellers. You're not going to find their names in Success Magazine because they built a downline of 100,000 people or things like that. And there are those people in here as well. But that's not the aim that we were after right from the beginning. And it's kind of like what, when Roger was talking about this, he was kind of explaining that this is the old school, this is the paradigm shift that I was trying to bring in here. And there's a very important point I wanted to bring out here. which is that everybody looks out for themselves, right? So you've all seen these structures, and they'll modify this. They'll say, oh, this guy will pass up to you, and this guy will pass down to them, or whatever. There's all these different plans that people come up with, and they're all destined to fail. Okay, and I don't mean that in a very negative way. Oh, they're going to fail just because they're bad people or something like that. No, there's a mathematical failure here. Okay, like I always like to say, politics, poetry, and promises, those are the lies. Those are the things you want to watch out for. Whenever somebody comes out and they start talking about things, you'll find every single person will promise you things, and they'll promise you this is what's going to happen, and you just give me a list of your people, and I'm going to call, and this is going to happen. They're going to show you this huge image of what's going to happen down the road. And I believe in the very opposite thing, which is I'm going to show you the logic behind things. I'm going to show you mathematically what's going to happen, and let's look at the effect on people whom we introduce to. Okay, it's a very different way to look at it. What usually you would find is that companies would show you, look, this is you, and you sponsored this. You just got 3, and they got 2, and look, you're making $1,000 a month, right? That's what they show you. Here's my problem with this. This has always been my problem with this. That's what Roger found so nauseating, and hopefully I can nauseate you people about this as well. I'm not so concerned about, look, you made $1,000. I'm not so concerned about this $1,000. Okay, I can make $1,000. I can put up a couple sites and make that. My problem is, what about this person here, and this person here, and this person here, and this person here, and all of these people here? What's going on? Am I to make some money for me to make this $1,000? Are all of these people in loss? Because if that's what's going on, to me, this is unethical. To me, I don't want to do that. To me, I don't want to bring people into something where I know they will lose so that I can win. To me, that's the problem. It's not just about, look at how much money I can make with that. Okay? So from the very beginning, our whole problem was these people here. These are the people who we want to take care of. And there's a side effect related to this. The side effect is when these people are not making money, guess what happens? First of all, it fractures your relationship with them, right? And you all know network marketing and all marketing is all about relationships. When it fractures your relationship with them, you have lost these people for life, not just as future downline members or not just as customers, but you lost them as friends. You've lost them as people that you could be in touch with, people that you could share your life with. Then on top of that, what has happened is because these people are going to drop out of this, you're also going to lose the income that you were making. And it just doesn't work out in the long run. It never will. It's just a mathematical reality that this cannot happen. So you'll find all these calls that go on. Every other company comes out with their calls, and they all call themselves revolutionary. We're revolutionizing the industry, and this is what's happening, that's what's happening. And kind of like I wrote in the email that I sent out, I was like, I don't know what's so revolutionary. Did they come up with a new way to fail? Did they come up with a new way to make others lose so you can win? It just seems like that's what everybody does. So the novelty behind DS Domination, the beauty behind DS Domination is precisely that it's this guy now who's making a bunch of money and this guy who's making a bunch of money. And these people are now making money in proportion to the effort they're putting into it. Okay, not in proportion to how many people they know or not in proportion to how many people they can dupe into something. And I hate to say it like that, but honestly, I feel like a lot of them are duped into network marketing companies at times. These people are going to make money in direct proportion to how much effort they are willing to put in. If they can watch Roger's videos and they can use our software and they can follow the steps, they are going to make money. Okay. Now, to make sure that this was as painless as possible, we did a few different things. First of all, we made sure that we had the exact step-by-step training that works for everyone, right? So we went ahead and we got the training in place. Then we went ahead and we got our software in place, which actually has grown since we started out when it was $19.95 a month for pro membership. We now don't just have the same training that we had a month and a half ago. We now have an image resizer to deal with any of the eBay image issues. We have the Amazon product research system. We have the Elite scraper in there as well. We also have the title builder, so you don't even have to do any research anymore. We have the daily sales tracker, and we have never raised any price on this stuff. We didn't come out and say, oh, hey, we just got a great new idea. Let's launch another product, and let's get these people to spend more money with us. We said, you know, we find that people are having a difficult time doing this, so let's introduce another thing to make it easier for them to succeed. Okay, that's how we went about it, and here is the result of that. Okay. Note, up until this point, neither Roger nor I have talked about, look, we just came up with a new system for you to recruit people. Neither one of us have said, here's how you recruit 1,000 new people in here, or neither And we have not brought out somebody like Jim Chow or somebody like Aaron Andrews or some big guy in here and saying, look, this guy has recruited 500 people so far. That's not what we're doing, okay? We're just showing you how our entire mind has been focused upon how does the average person succeed, not just in words, not just by saying we're going to empower the average guy to make money. We're talking about here is the mathematical reality of what's going on, okay? So here is the mathematical fact of what's happened with DS Domination now. When we did our first month numbers, we found that 83% of our users were in profit, okay? Not made money, not made a penny here and there, but in profit in their first 30 days, okay? We ran some other numbers. We found that our retention rate is 90% plus, which means that people who purchased way back in the first month, 90% of them are still with us. They're still following the process. And we find a lot of them posting on Facebook talking about how awesome the results are. Okay. Again, none of this is based around, let's get some people under you and let's get you to become an affiliate. This has all so far been around, let's make sure that you guys succeed. Let's just call it the great experiment that we ran. Okay. We ran a great experiment. We wanted to see if there, something like this was possible. It has never been done ever before. You guys are very familiar with the network marketing industry, more so than I am actually, and you've seen this has never happened before. And here is kind of the result of what's going on. This is actually our Alexa numbers, our tracking numbers. As you can see, we are currently amongst the top 1,000 sites in the US. Our chart just keeps climbing up and up. And this is all without mass promotions. Let's go out and get recruits in and so on and so forth. In fact, this is one of the few companies where we tell people, hold on, don't recruit until you have seen what's going on with this. And I think we have now had ample time to see exactly how things are working out, exactly how well the average person is succeeding with this. And this growth is primarily viral growth. It's from people sharing their results with each other, not from people recruiting others so they can make a profit on their losses. Okay? Totally different methodology, totally different psychology, totally different ideas and philosophy about how we should approach business and how we should approach other people. This is one of the few places where you're going to actually be proud to go to your friends and family and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, because you're not going to feel like you're trying to bring them into something so they can spend $5,000 so you can make some commission on them. So having said that, now that we've concluded a lot of this experimentation, we have realized that what we have on our hands is something truly powerful, is something truly viral. We are really going to be focusing on taking to the next step. Okay, we're going to go to the next level now, not just in terms of everything we're going to give you guys. We're actually going to be ramping up some mass promotions, postcards, TV ads, live events, all that kind of stuff is going to be coming out now very soon. We're actually going to talk a tiny bit about our first live event as well, where you guys will be able to see Roger with his donuts. You'll be able to see Kevin with his Japanese stuff. You might be able to see me if you can spot me somewhere in there. But the point is that you guys will be able to, we're doing a lot more now. We're really come to realize that what we have is so much more beyond what any other marketing company or MLM or whatever you want to call it, no matter whatever somebody else comes out with. What we have here is something that's truly working for the average person. It's time that we actually go out and we share this with others in the same logical format, in the same very giving format that we have just discussed this in. Not about let's bring them into the company so we can make some money, but let's share with this with them so they can make some money. And like you guys know, we are also the only company who have ever come out and said, we want you guys who don't have the money, who really need this the most, we want to help you guys out. We're going to make it available to you for virtually free using the cash out offers. We're going to pass on the commissions we earn to you guys so you can get in at basically no cost. Okay? So have you ever felt horrible when you go to a family or a friend or somebody that you know who's struggling financially and you say to them, hey, I know how you cannot struggle financially. Buy my $5,000 makeup kit and become a distributor, and now you'll be fine. No, they're not going to be fine. Quite honestly, if they're having financial troubles, they probably don't need to spend another $1,000 on anything, right? So we kind of came up with this. We said, you know what, let's make a way for people to make sure that they are not spending money if they don't have money. I mean, even if 20 bucks, if they don't have 20 bucks, let's find a way to give them that 20 bucks first, or at least get that back to them within the first 20, 30 minutes. So I think we have done enough to prove that we are different. I think we have numbers to prove that we are different. And now we're going to go ahead. We're going to release some massive software. We're going to release some awesome updates. And I'm going to talk about some of those updates here in a moment after Kevin comes on here and talks a little bit about all of the awesome stuff that he has seen. He, as many of you know, is somewhere between Roger and I. He kind of has Roger's networking experience combined with some of my marketing experience, and he's kind of an interesting person in that regard. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to Kevin. He's going to talk a little bit about the affiliate side, some of the things happening there.